Pop.
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 Pop. Pop.
Hi, I'm Monica Hand. I'd like to read a poem by Gerald Stern, Alone. I was alone and could do what I wanted. I couldn't believe my luck. If I wanted to sleep at 10 in the morning, I could sleep. Or 2 in the afternoon, if that was my time. Or wander by car or foot delicately in the night, when everything was resting, exhausted, and stop to eat in quiet. No humor at last of coffee. I was sitting alone at a counter. I was in a painting, sort of. Closeness, closer than love between me and the waitress. And when I paid the bill, more closeness. I walked from window to window. Once I walked the length of Amsterdam Avenue. Once I walked from Lake Garda to Venice, 100 miles, and Venice south to Florence, through Bologna. I ate mortadella cheap. I washed in the fountains. I slept with the barking dogs. And twice in my life, I woke up surrounded, once on the floor of a train station, once on the floor of a bank. I left at 5 or 6 in the morning. I put my keys in a bottle. I wore 2 pairs of socks and hid my money. I love this poem by Jerry because when I'm feeling at peace within myself, or I'm imagining that period when I could live the poet's life, quiet, defining my own beginning and ends of the day, or when I imagine I'm living this nomadic lifestyle, traveling from place to place, observing and gathering information. I always think of Jerry's poem, and it sounds so confident and self-assured. It's a poem about an author, a poet, a man who has realized his potential and knows who he is and is comfortable. It also has a lot of humor in it. And the idea of waking up on the floor of a train station or a bank says this is someone who's still present in the world. So they still know what the demands are of staying alive, but they've given themselves over to this journey as poet. I like to read a poem now by myself. And this poem is starting to represent sort of an ars poetica for me. From the language of ash. The translator undresses, tries on the shape of the work she translates, stuffs her new belly with his engorged sex, tries not to rewrite his words, tries to give herself over to his syntax. In the end, she wears her same nakedness. Volcano spews ash, thick clouds that touch the heavens cover her body. Transient, passing by or away from one place to another. Her thick fingers, trees damaged by a hard storm, downed power lines, rendering something written or spoken in different but equivalent form or state to a different place, office, or sphere by which information in messenger RNA directs the sequence. From the language of ash, the women in her family are beautiful and alone. Yellow park flower, its petals, its leaves, brown. The question I'm going to try to answer is, do you believe poetry is spiritual? How or how not? I've been thinking a lot about this question lately because I experience my writing process as being very intuitive. And so I've been thinking about how are they analogous, intuition and spirit? Because intuition is something that comes from you that you just know. You don't exactly know how you know it. And I find that that is a spiritual experience, this kind of awareness, and being tapped into something that is greater, outside of yourself. So whether the poem itself is working out something that you may think is spiritual or not, I think how it's spiritual is the source where the poems come from. And for me, the poems come from a place that I want to call spiritual. Pop! Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was great.
I forgot I was supposed to say pop.
No, it was. I liked it like that actually.
Did you? Would we
Yeah.
go like this and then